Our next researcher is Arusha Fleming, and she will be talking about what gets bacteria up in the morning.
Bacteria are not that different from you and I. What you see on the left is me on a snowy Montreal morning where it's quite cold. The bacteria that I'm studying aren't that different from me. The issue is that when they get cold, they go to sleep, but then they don't show up with the way that we normally use to detect them. Now, this is particularly concerning as I am working with a foodborne pathogen, Campylobacter jejuni to be specific. So this means that if you're in the food industry and you have a food sample and you were to put that food sample in the fridge, then after you test that food sample, because the bacteria are asleep on it, they won't show up on the test that we're reliant on to detect them with. And then that means that they think it's safe, but that food product could make its way to people like you and me and potentially infect us. So what my thesis is on is what gets this bacteria up in the morning so that we can find a way to detect it. Now, I'm going to be talking about what I have been using to wake them up in the morning as an alarm clock, and then I'll let you know later what exactly that alarm clock is. So, how have I been testing this? First, I take my bacteria sample, and then I put them in the fridge, just like you would in the food industry. After, I use the same test that they use in the food industry and make sure it doesn't test after a certain period of time. After that, then, I use my alarm clock and test the alarm clock's reliability. And so then I use the same test and see whether it shows up on that test or not. Now let me tell you about how reliable this alarm clock is. So 1, it has been able to detect my bacteria in very low concentrations. 2, it has been able to detect my bacteria very quickly. Up to 90% of the samples that I have tested have been able to be detected within 12 hours, and it has only gotten better after that. 3, able to detect my bacteria after they have gone to sleep for quite a long window of time, up to 4 weeks. So now that you know about how reliable this is, what exactly is it that gets bacteria up in the morning? Well, you can see on the right-hand side, it has been right in front of you this whole time. It is an egg, and not just any kind of egg, but a fertilized chicken egg, to be exact, with my bacteria. So now that we know what it is that gets this bacteria up in the morning and how reliable it is, we can hopefully use this knowledge to be able to detect the bacteria if it's on a food product so that people like you and I can eat our food in peace. Thank you.